To use a CSV export, any one of the connections that says upload can be used. We should use the appropriate one for the system to track which system it was uploaded for. Select the system that you're uploading the document for, or if it's not listed, select Other. Select the fiscal period you'd like to upload for. If there's already a file present, you need to acknowledge that you're okay with overwriting the existing file. Under the Learn More menu, you can see upload guidelines talking about file requirements, mandatory fields, recommended fields, and you can get an example of a well-structured file that would be perfect for uploading and getting time estimates. Select Continue and select the file. And it's going to go through an initial validation, making sure that the file is not empty, that it's a CSV, that it has headers, and that there are no duplicate headers. Click Continue, and you move on to the mapping screen. We've got mandatory fields. There are 3 mandatory fields: assignee, completed date, and description of work. Map the appropriate fields. Even though start date isn't mandatory, it's highly recommended and will produce better dates, better time estimates. So if you have a start date, map that. Remember, you can map multiple fields to the description. This will help the classification tool, the AI recommendations, find more appropriate matches. Then we have recommended fields. Again, this will help with assignment recommendations and produce more time evidences. But if the file that you're using doesn't have these fields, it's okay to move on. If you're unsure what's being asked of, you can always hover over to see what we're asking for each field. If you do fill out time tracking, you need to select the unit because different systems can have different units of time that they're tracking in, and we need to make a conversion. For this, I'm going to leave that off. It's going to go ahead and check the entire file to see if there are any issues. This helps because it tells you if the file can produce time before you get all the way through the classification. So in this case, I selected a file that's for a different fiscal period, so all of the dates are outside and I can't produce time. I would need to go back and select the right file, and then I can continue. Those are the 4 steps to mapping a CSV. After you've finished uploading and mapping your CSV file, you can go to My Claim, Time Allocations, and the R&D Data Assignment tab. This is where you're going to find the data you just mapped, where you can start assigning it to either an eligible or non-eligible project. Remember, your goal on this page is to get to 100% assignment and 100% reviewed. Underneath the tab is where you've got the Boast only functions like recommending project assignments, the classification, calculating time, reset your field mappings, exporting, and locking the functions.